dispute at that day before Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah Azza wa Jal will judge between them, and He will punish those who oppressed. And this is the justice. If you think about the justice, you can understand the name of Allah Azza wa Jal, the attribute of Allah Azza wa Jal. Let's move on to the ayah number 38. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ, and if you ask them, مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, who created the heavens and the earth? This is a basic question. We can ask the same question today. Whenever we encounter someone who claim to be a god, or a thing claim to be a god, we can ask the same question. Who created the heavens and the earth? وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah Azza wa Jal giving an example in this ayah. If you ask the idolaters of Quraysh at that day in Arabic Peninsula, if you ask them who created the heavens and the earth, despite they were worshipping the idols, they would say, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, لَيَقُولُنَّ, certainly they would say, Allah, the only one God. He created the heavens and the earth. They admit that Allah is the sole creator. لَيَقُولُنَّ Allah. They know that their idols incapable, cannot create anything. Even they cannot move, they cannot speak, they do not have any ability. The children can also realize this reality. The idols cannot move, they cannot do anything, they cannot harm you, they cannot bring you any benefit. But a new question, did they created the heavens and the earth? They couldn't say our idols created the heavens and the earth. And either they couldn't say our idols created the heavens and the earth with Allah Azza wa Jal. They cooperated with Allah Azza wa Jal and created the heavens and the earth. They couldn't say this also, because they do know that these are only rocks, these are only creatures. They are not gods. They do know. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ, and with this question, it comes appear. You can see that they do believe that the only one God created everything. And this same question should be asked to everyone, who created the heavens and the earth? There is some people, I do know, that they say that the heavens and the earth didn't create it. They were like this. How it can be? Then who created you? You were like this? Are you everlasting? But you know your birthday. There should be a power created you and shaped you in your mother's womb. Who created you? You are not a simple thing to be shaped itself. There should be a power created you. We are the Muslims. We believe in the one who created us. We believe in the one who created the heavens and the earth. We believe in the one who will make us die. And we know him through his actions. He is the God. He is Al-Aziz, has all the power and cannot be overwhelmed by another. When we admit that the only one God created the heavens and the earth, we say that we will not worship anyone other than him. But the mushrikun of Quraysh, the idolaters of Quraysh, despite that they admit that Allah is the sole creator, they do worship, they used to worship the idols. Why? They know the reality that the idols didn't create anything. How can they worship them? The answer is clear. They are not worshipping them. They are only playing with them in order to be free from the only one God. This is only their tools to free themselves from the only one God, to change their religion, to make a new religion with their gods, and to put an authority over the society and to manage them, to administrate them. This is the tools of dhulm. The same tools used by all the tyrannies, used by Namrud, used by Pharaoh. Even they didn't believe in their claims, but they used them. And the people didn't believe in them, but they accepted them, because some of them frightened and some of them received their portion. And they wanted to be free also from the only one God. This is the way of kufr. This is the way of denying Allah Azza wa Jal. But the question here, and it is clear, it was explicit, and today it is explicit, and it should be answered. If you do not answer this question, then you deny, first of all, yourself. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ, and if you ask them, مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ, who created the heavens and the earth? لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهِ, they would say, Allah, the only one God. قُلْ, say to them at this point, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, then tell me, the things you invoke besides Allah Azza wa Jal. أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, do you see these things you invoke besides Allah Azza wa Jal? إِنْ أَرَادَنِيَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ, if Allah Azza wa Jal intended some harm to me, إِنْ أَرَادَنِيَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ هَلْ هُنَّ كَاشِفَاتُ ضُرِّهِ, could they remove the harm from me, the harm of Allah Azza wa Jal? Could they remove it? If Allah Azza wa Jal intended a harm to me, could they remove that harm? This is a very clear question. After they responded that there is only one creator who created the heavens and the earth, it's already clear how much He is powerful. And now the idols before them, they cannot even move. And the question is also clear. If Allah Azza wa Jal intended some harm to me, could they remove that harm? إِنْ أَرَادَنِيَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ هَلْ هُنَّ كَاشِفَاتُ ضُرِّهِ. The question is clear. No, they cannot remove that harm from you against the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal, against the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal. أَوْ أَرَادَنِي بِرَحْمَةٍ, and let's ask the question in the other way, on the other hand. أَوْ أَرَادَنِي بِرَحْمَةٍ, say to them, if Allah Azza wa Jal intended a mercy to me, هَلْ هُنَّ مُمْسِكَاتُ رَحْمَتِهِ, could they withhold that mercy from me? Could they withhold the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal? Could they break the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal? Could they prevent Allah Azza wa Jal from giving me such mercy? The answer is clear. They cannot. They cannot speak. They cannot move. But Allah, the only one God who created the heavens and the earth, it's clear how much He is powerful, and it's clear how much they are and their idols are weak. أَوْ أَرَادَنِي بِرَحْمَةٍ هَلْ هُنَّ مُمْسِكَاتُ رَحْمَتِهِ. So the question is clear. When someone comes to you and say to you, come to my idol, come to my deity and worship him with Allah Azza wa Jal, come to my Shaykh and believe that he has some portion from Allah Azza wa Jal, he do something and he know the unseen, he hear you and he can bring you the benefit of Allah from the Allah Azza wa Jal. He has some share from the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal. Say to him, no. If Allah Azza wa Jal intended some mercy to me, can your Shaykh withhold Allah Azza wa Jal? And if Allah Azza wa Jal wanted to cause harm to me, could your Shaykh remove that harm from me? No, then it's nothing. He cannot do anything. He is like me. Let him worship Allah Azza wa Jal and let me worship Allah Azza wa Jal. Let all of us worship the one who created all of us. Let not us worship each other. Islam and the way of the prophets, the way of the religion says, قُلْ حَسْبِيَ اللَّهِ. Say, Allah is sufficient for me. I do not need your Shaykh. I do not need your idol. I do not need your deities. I do not need anything or anyone if I have Allah Azza wa Jal. قُلْ حَسْبِيَ اللَّهِ. Say, Allah, the only one God, is sufficient for me. If He is not sufficient for you, then you can seek another people. You can look for some people else. And you will explain to Allah Azza wa Jal how He couldn't be sufficient for you. He is sufficient for me. Till today, I saw that He can create everything. He can create everything. And He has all the power. He is sufficient for me. If you want to ask them something, then ask Allah Azza wa Jal. If you want to say something, then say to Allah Azza wa Jal. He is the one who is sufficient for you. عَلَيْهِ يَتَوَكَّلُ الْمُتَوَكِّلُونَ. Then let the believers, let who want to put his trust to Allah, on Allah Azza wa Jal. Rely on Allah Azza wa Jal and believe in Him. He will defend you in your life. He will be sufficient for you in your life and in the hereafter. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.